Alright, in this video we're going to be looking at decimals and how we round decimals, so how we round with the nearest decimal place. So I've got an example here that we're going to do on the board, and I'm going to show you how we do that. So the question is, round this number to the nearest hundredth. Okay, and there's two steps that you need to do when you're rounding decimal places. Okay, so step one is that you need to know which number or which decimal place you're rounding. Okay, so we'll write decimal place here. So in this question, you need to know, obviously I've read it here, it said the hundredth. We're going to be rounding off the hundredth decimal place, which is this one here, the 5. Okay, now sometimes you get the place value, sometimes it might say round to the second decimal place. So you just count 2 decimal places in. So there's different ways in which they express that, but step one is that you need to know which number you're actually rounding. So that's step one. Now step two is that you need to just decide whether you're going to be rounding up or it's going to be staying the same. Okay, so this number here, we know that we're rounding it. So this is the process that we do. We look to the number to the right of it. Okay, in this case it's the 8. This number determines whether this number stays the same or it gets rounded up. And this is how we work that out. So I have here a list of 0 to 9. And what we need to do is we separate these into 2 parts. So any number that's 4 or below, so 4 or below, this number is going to stay the same. Okay, it doesn't round down, doesn't go down to 4, it just stays the same. Any number that is 5 to 9, we round up. Okay, so we round that number up. So let's look in this case. So if it's 5 to 9 or 4 to 0, so we've got the number, the decimal place with which we're rounding. We look to the right of that number and we have the number 8. So number 8 is here. That means this number needs to round up to the nearest decimal place. So our answer here will be 6.76. Now once we've done that, we can delete all the other numbers behind that, so we don't need to write 0, 0, 0, or if we have a number here, we can just get rid of them. So our answer is 6.78. Now I'm just going to do a quick pause. I'm going to change here because we often get a question, what if this number was a 9? How do we round up if that's a 9? I'm going to pause it and I'll write this question down and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so we've got this new question here now, where if it's 6.795, we're going to do the same question. So we go to step 1, I'll find out the decimal place, I'm going to do the 9 here, because it's the hundredth. Then we need to determine whether we're rounding up or down. So we go 5, in the number chart here, 5 means that we need to round up. Now this number here is a 9, so that's going to have to round up to 10. So the way that works is that it then follows on, and the next highest column will then also go round up. So from instead of 9, this one moves up here, and it now becomes 6.8 because we've had to round this one up. And because we've rounded the 9 up, we usually just leave that one with a 0, just so we can see that that process has occurred. So in this case, 6.795, 5 has rounded up the hundredth column, which is a 9, which needs to round up to 10 anyway. So this gets turned into an 8. And we often leave the 0 there just to show that that process has occurred. So that's how we round decimals. The next video we're going to show how we actually round money using money. It's a bit of a different strategy from there. Thanks, boys.